Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Benny Childs with another easy to follow and implement Forex strategy. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. I call this strategy the 2x2 strategy. All right, the 2x2 strategy. All right, so here we are. We have the GBP Swiss pair up, and we are on our daily chart. Um, this works best if you're on a higher time frame. The higher the time frame, the better, and you'll see why in a second. And so again, this is the 2x2 strategy. So really, the only thing that you're looking for are uh, two bearish candles next to two bullish candles. That's it. As simple as that. Right? Two bearish candles next to two bullish candles, or two bullish candles next to two bearish candles. So let's take a look at the chart. Uh, let's just uh, let's just go back uh, to the far left of my chart. All right, and let's just back test this. All right. So just looking here again, we're looking for 2 and 2. All right, and so here are 1, 2 bearish candles next to 1, 2 bullish candles. It doesn't matter what type of candle it is, whether it's a full candle, morning star, doji candle. Uh, we're really not concerned with that. And so we're just again looking for two bearish candles next to two bullish, or two bullish next to two bearish. All right. So we have here again 1, 2, 1, 2. This particular trade we would have jumped in. All right. And we would have got stopped out on this one. Okay, we do know that every Forex strategy is not 100%. You're going to have your wins as well as your losses. And so this particular one, uh, we do see where we would have been in profit for roughly 17 pips before we got stopped out. Right. So this particular trade, um, we would have we would have uh, we would have lost unless we had a pretty tight stop. And we'll do this like this. All right, so we can see here, and I am going to show you guys a way for us to filter these trades out. But right now we're just gonna go through this with the naked eye. All right, and so we have another one. 1, 2 bearish candles next to 1, 2 bullish candles. All right, we would have jumped in here. Let's highlight this. Okay, so again we've got 1, 2 bearish next to 1, 2 bullish. We would have jumped into this one, all right, and experienced a little bit of a drawdown. Jumped in here, okay, and 113 pip drawdown. But then we see where the market turns in our favor, and we could have potentially gone for a total of 784 pips. Now you ask me, where do we put our stop at, our stop loss? So 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish. We would have jumped in here, and you're basically going to put your stop loss just below a swing candle, all right, just below the wick of the swing candle. And what I recommend doing is putting it for below the swing candle plus the spread, all right, just below the swing candle plus the spread. So it would have gone here. We would do this at the swing candle plus the spread on the GBP Swiss would be 7 pips. So ironically, it would have been right at the bottom of our little box that we have here. And I'm going to make this red and we'll dot it to make it look like a stop loss. All right. So 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish. Jump in here. Would have been in a total drawdown for 109 pips. But of course, I know you guys are using proper risk management, and you guys know that now we encourage you to trade at 0.5% of your account. But so we're looking at 109 pips in drawdown for potential gain at the very highest of our most recent or future peak. We're looking at 786 pips. So you guys see how that works. So this right here, let's see, this one right here, this one is a winning trade for us. Here, let's just change that to green. All right, so we're back testing. So right now we are 1 out of 2. All right, and so let's keep following this. We've got 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish, 1, 2 bearish. All right, 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish, and we'll just highlight that. All right, and so this one here, it is this one here, it is a losing trade for us. All right, let's make this one red. All right, so that one's losing for us, and don't worry, I'm going to show you guys how we can filter this out so we can minimize our losses. All right, so let's go through this. Let's keep going. So right now we're looking, we're 1 out of 2 trades. Okay, so now we're looking, that's one, 2, 1, 2. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we are gonna highlight this one. Let's highlight that one. Oops. Okay. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2. We would have jumped in this trade. All right. We would have jumped in this trade. went against us for 113 pips, and we would have gained 46 pips. Right? So this one is what? This one is a winning trade. Maybe I don't have to change the color since one is a check, the other is an X. All right. So now we're 50-50 here. But this is a winning trade. So let's keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. This trade here. Come here. There we go. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. So, and just to show you, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, we would have, as soon as this candle would have closed, jumped in this trade, and we're and with this one there is no drawdown. All right, we're immediately in the profit. We get a little bit of retracement for 2 days. All right, but it does not take out where we would have had our stop loss. And for this one, we would have still been going. Wow, I had a little bit of retracement. Okay. Still been going. All right. And then eventually we would have got stopped out here. How we would have got stopped out here if we would let that one run. Okay. But I'll tell you here, if I am 450 pips in profit, certainly I'm taking a little bit off of this trade. I'm moving my stop loss up as the trade is going. But for this one, potentially at the most highest peak, you're looking at 450 pips. But nonetheless, just want to show you this strategy. So this is a check mark for us. So this one is a winning trade. So now we've won 3 out of 5 trades. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see what we have. All right. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Let's go ahead and get this highlighted, and we will start it here and stop it there. All right. Let's take a look at this. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2. We would have jumped in this trade and immediately been in profit for 42 pips. Experienced a little bit of a drawdown, but we would not have been taken out until here. But potentially, we're looking at 138 pips there. Okay, and so again, we have what? We have a winning trade. So now we have won 4 out of 6 trades so far. Okay, we have won 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Man, this is so simple, but yet the experts tell us that you can't trade Forex like this and be profitable. Forex is not that easy to learn, but you know what? Here at the Teach Me to Fish Effects community, we like to prove them wrong. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. All right, we don't see any yet. Do you see any? Nope. But here we are. Here we got one. Oh, excuse me. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and highlight this. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we will start it here. Get our 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm about to get my mouse to cooperate with me. Let's get this entire move captured in our box. All right, so again, 1, 2, 1, 2. We would have jumped in this trade, been up 69 pips before we would have experienced a little bit of drawdown, but it's not taking us out of our trade, because remember, we would have put our stop loss below the swing candle plus the spread, and on this particular pair it's 7 pip spread, 5 pip spread, 5 pip spread, but we wouldn't have been taken out. And let's just go to our highest peak, and so we're looking at potentially 294 pips. All right, and then eventually down here we would have been taken out. But of course, when we jump in our trades, as the trade moves in our favor, we're gonna just gradually trade or gradually move our stop losses. All right, or this is a good scalping strategy. And so maybe you're waiting a couple of days just to go ahead and grab anywhere between 20 and 50 pips. Who knows? Or maybe you just want to go until you're stopped out, as you're gradually moving your stop loss. But either way, we do see that this is a pretty profitable strategy. All right, so we're going to insert our check mark here. All right, seems pretty easy, right, guys? And you see, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades out of 7, right? 5 trades out of 7. Now let's keep going. So we're looking at 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's go ahead and get this highlighted. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2. So, and this is going to be overlapping just a little bit, but you guys just follow with me here. Okay. Now this is going to be a little bit of losing for us, but this counter would have closed. Let's see here. It would have closed. We would have been in profit for 36 pips. So again, hey, if you're scalping and you're only trying to get about 20 pips, you would have won that. But eventually, this particular trade, it would have stopped us out. It would have stopped us out here. All right. So if we're not scalping, right, we would have lost. All right, we would have lost this trade. All right, I'm gonna change this to red. All right, so now we have one. Let's see here. We have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we have won 5 out of 8 trades. All right. And so again, we're gonna keep this going. All right. So we see here we have 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish. Okay. And let's see, where are we? We have 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish, and so we want to highlight this 1, 2 bearish, 1, 2 bullish. So we're going to get a little bit a little bit of an overlap here. Let's see, and we'll stop it right there. All right, so we got 1, 2, 1, 2, and you see here this kind of would have closed, and immediately on this trade we're in profit, and we're gonna go to the closest peak, and so potentially we're looking at 348 pip, 348 pip run, and so we are going to put our check mark here and change our color to green to show us that we would have won that trade. Okay, all right, and so let's keep going, and we'll count them up later. We're looking for the 2x2, and we don't have 2x2 here, and let's keep going. All right, so again here we have 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's go ahead and highlight this. Again, this is not a 100% strategy, but you see where this is a very profitable strategy, and I consider this a beginner strategy. This particular way here, I consider a beginner strategy for those individuals who don't quite understand the market, but you want to be profitable, and so I want you to be profitable as well. So here we would have jumped in the market and in profit for about 32 pips. If you're scalping it for 20 pips, then that would have worked for you. But if not, then eventually we would have got stopped out somewhere over here. And so I am going to go ahead and put this. We'll go ahead and put this as a losing trade. Okay, as a losing trade. Let's go ahead and change this. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and change this to a red X. All right, so we would have lost that trade. So I think right now, currently, maybe what, 50-50, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winning trades, and 1, 2, 3, 4 losing trades. So we still have a pretty good win-win ratio. All right, so again here, 2x2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and highlight this. All right, and this looks like another losing trade for us, but nonetheless, remember Forex. We treat Forex as an investment, right? We treat Forex as an investment, and so here we see where we would have jumped in the trade for a buy, and then immediately we would have been stopped out. There's so no scalping opportunity there. So this of course is a losing trade for us, right? All right, so that's a losing trade. So we're looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, and so 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. All right. And so we would have jumped in this trade, and immediately it would have went against us. So we're looking at a losing trade here. Okay. And now let's see if we can find one here. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Let's see here. Where are we? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we would have jumped in this trade at the close of this candle, then in profit for 19 pips would have retraced against us, and we just would have been a little bit of a drawdown. But so far, right now, we would have been up 59 pips. All right, and so this one here is a winning trade for us. Let's go ahead and change this color. If our screen recording software will just behave for us just a little bit. See if we get a little cooperation. But we see here where we have a winning trade that we would currently still be in. All right, if we were letting this trade run, and then of course here we have another 1, 2, 1, 2. We would basically wait for today to finish to determine if, in fact, this would finish as a bearish candle. See if this would print as a bearish candle, and then we could have jumped in there. Oh, but I skipped one. 1, 2, 1, 2. We would have jumped in this trade, and immediately it would have gone against us. All right, we would have lost that one. But again, we have 1, 2, 1, 2. And if this one prints bearish, then we would have been in that trade. But I think that's enough for us. So we're looking at a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winning trades, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losing trades so far. Now, let me show you how we can filter this trade here. These trades. Let's see here. If let's pull in our TI indicator. All right, I'm sure that this should be set. Okay, we'll just hit OK. All right. Now, if you don't know how to use this, please visit our trading module on how to use the TDI, and this should be a part of the market beta trading strategy. All right, and I think I'll do a separate video for how to do the TDI, but the TDI is covered in the market beta trading strategy. All right, but let's go here. So again, the TDI is just the RSI indicator on steroids is what I call it. You can also use the stochastic oscillator to help filter out these trades. All right, so basically what we will want to do is whenever the green signal line is in an overbought location, which would be anywhere between the 63 to 70 zone here. All right, we'll jump in once it comes back into the blue Bollinger Bands and crosses over the red signal line, right? So we'll wait for the green price line to cross over the red signal line. Okay, so if we're looking at our charts, these two we would not take, right? So this would have filtered this one out for us, so we would not have lost that one, but we would have missed out. We would have missed out on this trade here, right? But if we look at the TDI, we do see where the green price signal eventually does cross up. But again, we want to filter these out to help protect us. Okay, we want to filter these trades out to help protect us. So um, this trade again, 1 2 1 2, we would have saw I don't know, I put an X here, but we should have won this trade. So this actually, don't know why I did that. I'm sure you guys probably caught it, but I did not. Change this to line, so that kind of changes. Yeah, can't here. We'll just delete that. All right, screen recording software, work with me. Insert arrows, and we're going for, come on and work with me. We're going for a check mark, or as they call it, a check sign. All right, so we have 1 2 1 2. We do see where our green signal line eventually does cross over our green price line does cross over the red signal line. So this one would have been good, and again, we would have been able to hold out if we're not scalping, but if we would have been able to hold out for a potential 143 pip 143 pip gain there. So, all right, so let's go to our next one. Okay, these we would not have taken. We would have missed out on those, but this one, we see 1 2 1 2. We would have. We see where it's overbought here. It's crossing over. All right. So again, this is another winning trade for us. We would not have taken this, right? We would not have taken that, but this particular, and so we would not have taken these either. But again, we would have taken 1 2 trades, right? And we would have not lost any of these other ones. However, we would have missed out. We would have missed out on these on these winning trades, right? So that's just a way just to filter out the possible losses, right? But you see here, even without the TDI, right? If we would have just went in with a naked chart as we had previously, let's go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead and delete the TDI. Right. So if we would have gone into this as a naked chart, we see again we would have won a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 trades and lost 1 2 3 4 5 trades. So you would have won 8 trades and lost 5. So you would have had a total of 3 winning trades, right? So you would have definitely had greater profit than your losses. Okay. All right, greater profit than your losses. So, all right, guys. So that is what I call the 2x2 trading strategy. You want to do this on higher time frames, but however, if you're gonna if you want to drop down, you'll see where this trade it does work out for the 4 hours. So if we just go backwards here, we're looking at 1 2 bullish 1, 2 bearish, we would have been in this trade. And just going backwards here, 1, 2, 1, 2, jumped in, been in profit for, let's see, 1, 2, let's see how this one would have worked out for us. We would have been in profit for 4 pips, and then eventually got stopped out. So that one's losing. But here we have 1, 2, 1, 2, jumped in here, right, and been in profit thus far for potentially 54 pips on that one. All right, and again, we're gonna get more trading opportunities on the 4-hour. All right, so again, we're gonna go with the higher time frames, but so again, I recommend nothing lower than the 4-hour. But hey, this strategy does work on your 15. It works on every chart. All right, but again, I recommend slowing the market down. All right, slowing the market down, and just taking your time to do this. Okay. All right, so again, just showing you that, hey, this can work on any time frame. And just glancing here, we have 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a pretty profitable trade there. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a pretty profitable trade. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a pretty profitable trade. See, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a pretty profitable trade. 1, 2, 1, 2. We would have got, nope, you would not have gotten stopped out, and that's a pretty profitable trade. 1, 2, no 1, 2 there. We do have 1, 2, 1, 2. We would have gotten stopped out on this particular trade. All right. So again, no, this is not a 100% win strategy. The only 100% strategy is not to trade, and we're not in the business of not trading. But again, this is just a simple 2x2 strategy that anyone can implement and find some type of profitability. If you're looking for something that works a little bit better for us, then we're gonna, of course, move into the market beater trading strategy and start trading those midweek reversals. But however, that's going to do it for us for this trading strategy, the 2x2 trading strategy. And you guys see again where this can be profitable, for anyone, especially the beginner who's learning how the Forex market, how it moves, how everything works. And this way you don't have to bog your brain down, bog your mind down with so many different trading rules. But hey, I'm looking for 2x2, right? 2 bearish next to 2 bullish, or 2 bullish next to 2 bearish, and I am gonna jump in the trade based upon the last set of candles. So if the last set is 2 bearish, then I'm jumping in to sell. If the last 2 are 2 bullish, then I'm jumping in to buy. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. As always, I wish you guys the best and happy pip fishing. All right, until next time, if you stay in God, you will stay in control. All right, bye-bye.